All right, it's PSSA Power 81 time, so make sure you should have already done this, and you're just watching this to check and make corrections. Don't do it with me because you won't learn as much. All right, let's start with this one. Looks like we're writing an equation here. It says a family takes a trip to New York. When they leave, they drive 78 miles before stopping for a break. Then they drive the rest of the way to New York. If the total trip was 187 miles, which equation could be used to find m, the miles the family drove after their break? All right, so when I look at my choices, I see an addition one, a subtraction one, an addition one, and a multiplication one. So let's think about that for a second. I'm going to do a bar diagram, if you guys remember how to do this. Remember, m is the miles the family drove after their break. Now, before their break, they drove 78 miles. So I'll put this before. So this is before, this is after. Now, the total trip was 187 miles. So that means whatever those two things combined are, they're going to be combined to be 187. Now, if you remember how bar diagrams work, this is 78 plus m. So 78 plus m, the miles before the break plus the miles after the break, have to equal the total of 187 miles, which would be A. So if you had A, give yourself a C. If you didn't, I would do a bar diagram to fix it, and when you do the one on the back, that's graded. Moving over to the right. What is the least common multiple, LCM of 15 and 20? Here is a reminder of least common multiple. Remember, the L reminds you to list multiples. So I'm going to count by 15. And I'm going to count by 20 until I find the least one they have in common, which is 60. If you had 5, you found the greatest common factor. So make sure you're paying attention to the L in list. All right, let's slide down to this one. What is the area of the figure below? Use your formula sheet. So first off, if you didn't do it already, you better be doing it now. I want you to write the formula, I want you to substitute, and I want you to solve. Okay, first, that's a triangle, so you should have area is half times base times height. Now I'm going to substitute. Area is half times the base is 14 times the height is 21. Okay, last, I just have to type that in. I'm going to solve. Or I'll show you how you do some mental math. Half of 14 is 7. 7 times 21 is 147, so you should have C. 147 square yards. Okay, last one. Oh, mean absolute deviation. I bet you forgot how to do this. Now remember, mean absolute deviation is like a mean sandwich. First you got to find the mean. Then you're going to subtract all the numbers from the mean. And then you're going to find the mean of those numbers. So if you did not do this, you need to write this down on your paper and write it on the other side when it's graded so that you know what to do. So first off, I'm going to find the mean. Remember, that means you add up all the numbers. If you add this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, it adds up to 360. And then you divide by how many numbers there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 360 divided by 6 is 60. That's step 1. Now notice that's choice A. I hope you didn't choose it. Now step 2 is I'm going to subtract each number from the mean. So I'm going to start with a 64 minus 60 is 4. 60 minus 50 is 10. 70 minus 60 is 10. 68 minus 60 is 8. 60 minus 54 is 6. And 60 minus 54 is 6. So that's step 2. Last, you have to find the mean of those numbers. So remember, that means you have to add these numbers up and divide by 6. Now, if you add them up, they all add up to 44. I hope you didn't choose D, because that means you forgot to divide. And 44 divided by 6 comes out to 7.3333 ... And that is 7.3 repeating. If you had it, give yourself a big fat C. I'm done with you. Make corrections later.